Oh man.
Yo.
I will have to be super fucked up.
Yo, let's pull up in there, saying those things right there. You see what I'm saying? Alright, you down? You down to go pull up all those bitches and try to stick them?
I'm just going around doing my...
Let me get this. Clap. Can I say hi to Clap? Dude, come on. Clap. Clap. You're one of my biggest inspirations.
We have adopted your whole ideology. Alright, yo, let's hear some rap.
I love it. You're such a fucking hoe. I love it. You're such a fucking hoe. I love it. Your boyfriend is a dork. Make loving. I just pulled up in the ghost. Fuck that bitch up out in London.
Hey guys, right now I'm sitting on this giant chair in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. With that being said, today we're going to be exploring the city to see what it has to offer. But with that being said, you need to be able to tell your tales here in Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale, Florida is home to roughly 180,000 residents, but each year it receives millions of visitors. The city is known for its beaches, its boating industry, and its network of more than 300 miles of inland waterways. One of the reasons it's often referred to as the Venice of America. Tourism plays a central role in the local economy, generating billions of dollars annually across Broward County and supporting a large share of jobs in hospitality, marine services, and travel. Fort Lauderdale is a part of Broward County, which has a population of over 1.9 million people and a regional economy with a gross domestic product exceeding $140 billion. The broader South Florida metro area, including Miami and Fort Lauderdale, represents one of the largest economic regions in the United States, with a combined GDP of more than $400 billion. The city's name dates back to the 1830s, when a series of temporary forts were built along the New River during the Second Seminole War, under the command of Major William Lauderdale. While those outposts were short-lived, the name remained and became associated with the city that later developed in the area. Today, Fort Lauderdale reflects a diverse population. Approximately one-third of residents identify as Hispanic or Latino, about 30% identify as Black or African American, and around 1 in 4 residents is foreign-born. Caribbean communities, including Haitian and Jamaican populations, play a significant role in shaping the city's cultural and economic landscape. Geographically, Fort Lauderdale sits just north of Miami, forming a continuous urban corridor across South Florida. Over time, Miami has developed into a major international gateway, connecting the United States to Latin America and the Caribbean through trade, finance, and migration. That regional position has influenced surrounding cities, including Fort Lauderdale. Economic activity in Fort Lauderdale has historically centered on tourism, marine industries, and international trade. Port Everglades is one of the busiest cruise and cargo ports in the United States, handling millions of passengers annually and moving large volumes of petroleum, containerized goods, and bulk cargo. The port is a major contributor to the regional economy and supports tens of thousands of jobs. In addition to tourism and shipping, Fort Lauderdale has developed a strong marine sector. The city is often described as the yachting capital of the world, with a high concentration of marinas, shipyards, and marine service companies. The Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, held annually, is one of the largest in the world and brings in significant economic activity. The city is also served by Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, which handles tens of millions of passengers each year and functions as a key hub for domestic and international travel, particularly to the Caribbean and Latin America. In recent years, Fort Lauderdale has experienced steady development. New residential construction, commercial projects, and infrastructure expansion have become more visible across the city. Median home values have risen above $500,000, reflecting broader trends across South Florida's real estate market. Despite these changes, Fort Lauderdale maintains a distinct physical character compared to Miami. The city is generally less dense, with development shaped by waterways, residential neighborhoods, and coastal infrastructure. The pace of change can appear more gradual, even as economic activity and population growth continue. Fort Lauderdale's development is closely connected to the broader region. Its proximity to Miami, combined with shared economic drivers such as tourism, trade, and migration, places it within the same regional system. As a result, economic growth in South Florida tends to extend across city boundaries rather than remain confined to a single location. Statistics provide one way to understand that growth. To see it more directly, we came here to walk through the city, document its infrastructure, and observe how Fort Lauderdale functions within the broader South Florida economy. Because while often viewed as a separate destination, Fort Lauderdale operates as a part of a larger economic region, one that continues to expand and evolve over time. Without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy this special report. Thank you.
We fucking made it, Matthew. Huh? So, Jeezy, come over here. We made it. A little bit hungover.
A little bit fucked, but we made it.
You guys had a cock contest. All right, guys. So we touched down in Fort Lauderdale, Miami. We're gonna try to see if we can get some interviews today. Probably get like a good scene, but I mean, for the most part, it's pretty chill. I mean, obviously, this is a little bit more rowdier than Miami Beach, but it's a pretty good one. Yeah. So let's get into it.
I mean, Florida's just the greatest state, man. There's so much to do. Fort Lauderdale is the ideal place to be. I mean, why would you not be here, man? You can drink over here, go to the beach over there. I mean, it's ideal.
Okay.
I'm from Colorado, and I like that Florida. It has really nice beaches.
Okay.
And I like Disney World.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you have a nice shout out.
Okay, this is Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah. Fort Lauderdale. My bad.
Okay.
All right. Go.
Hey, I'm Roll. Welcome to spring break, Fort Lauderdale. What I love about Fort Lauderdale is the water, the fun. Everybody can come out here and just have a great time. You can ride around on my bike taxi. Everybody's riding their whips up and down here. And we're just having a good time. Everybody's partying.
I'm from Canada, Calgary, Alberta. I'm trying to live down here in Florida now. My favorite part about Florida is beautiful blonde white girls.
I feel like that's good.
And the weather.
I'm from Miami and I love the beach life.
Okay. And how long have you been living in Miami?
My entire life, 20 years.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Give me a reason to not be here is the question.
Of course.
What do you got to say?
Say something, man.
The women are probably the hottest I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, okay, that's
You think?
That's
Okay.
another good one. That's another good one.
Okay, that's fair.
Like, we're literally drinking over here, and then you got the most beautiful views over there. So, I mean,
Hey.
Everybody's partying. Hey, some party people, yell. All right, maybe some party people. That young lady, yell. All right. Woo! All right. But it's fun out here. The weather is nice. Hey, everybody, is the weather nice?
So, hey, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Michaela.
Hey, Michaela, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Pretty good. Where are you from?
The DMV.
Okay. And then what brings you to Miami? What do you like about it out here?
To be honest, what brought me to Miami is my twin birthday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything you want to say in general about Miami compared to where you grew up?
It's actually beautiful out here. Like all the palm trees, nice weather, some of the boys.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Thank you. And I'll do you next, all right?
the weather, of course, the weather.
All right.
In Canada, you're depressed half the year.
Well, we're actually at Fort Lauderdale,
Oh, yeah, sorry. Fort Lauderdale.
close to Miami. What I've seen, a bunch of drunk-ass kids, which that isn't a problem, but it's the ones that's on hard drugs, falling out and damn near dying in the back of the hotels in Fort Lauderdale. Most of the time they are having fun, but like on the holidays, it's the kids that's on the drugs that's out here. Pretty much. So once they leave, everything will be back to normal and we'll be great.
All right. Thank you for that interview. That was different.
Yes, I love it out here, the energy, the people, the nightlife, the weather, everything about Miami, I just love it, or Florida, whatever, everything is beautiful. So.
All right, perfect. We're out here at Fort Lauderdale. There's been a lot of people just kind of like going around. It's obviously a big party scene, but you can see that they still have people doing a lot of like, I would consider that evangelizing, but overall, we'll see if we can capture any more interviews, but yeah, for the most part, you can see the difference between Miami Beach.
Well, I just out here sharing the greatest message that you're going to ever hear in your life, Jesus saves. Because one day, guys, we all going to take our last breath. We just one heartbeat away from eternity. And what does Jesus save? Jesus saves us from sin and the penalty of sin. I want to see all y'all in heaven, folks. There's only one way. Look at me. What color am I?
Black.
Brown, black. That's my color God's given me. But guess what? I'm talking about a Jew. The only Jew that can save any of us. The only man that can save any of us. But God bless you, young man. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I was raised Catholic, and over time, traveling and reporting has pushed me to explore different religions and different ways people understand God. I still hold personal beliefs, but stepping into different communities has made one thing clear. Religion is not just private. It shapes how people interpret the world around them. Conversations like the one I had here in Fort Lauderdale offer a small window into something much larger. Speaking with the man preaching the gospel on the street, it's easy to see it as an isolated moment. But in reality, religion has long been embedded in the foundation of the United States, influencing everything from cultural norms to public life. Today, about 2/3 of Americans still identify as Christian, while nearly a third say they have no religious affiliation. In Florida, that balance is similar with the strong Christian majority alongside a growing unaffiliated population. The numbers point to a country that is changing even if religion still plays a visible role in everyday life. That shift is especially visible among younger generations. Generation Z is the least religious generation in American history by identification, yet there are signs that some are revisiting religion in search of structure and meaning. This overlaps with the broader cultural conversation around identity, particularly masculinity. Public figures like Andrew Tate and Clavicular have built audiences discussing what it means to be a man in a time when traditional roles feel less defined. For some, religion becomes a place to look for clarity in that uncertainty. From a personal standpoint, even outside of belief itself, religion has historically functioned as a moral framework for societies, offering shared ideas of right and wrong. Whether people fully subscribe to it or not, its influence is still present in how communities organize themselves and how individuals make decisions. So when you see someone preaching on the street corner in Fort Lauderdale, it's not just a single voice. It reflects a broader moment where belief, identity, and cultural change are all intersecting in real time.
I walk up to the preacher man just to take your lonely hand and give to you. I give to you. I walk up to the preacher man just to take your lonely hand and give to you. I give to you.
Look at this.
Yeah, they let you do a whole lot more out here.
I know. Miami Beach was a little bit more chill. Yeah, strict. Yeah, strict.
Fort Lauderdale, everybody just relaxes and let it happen. That's right?
Real from me, I no pretend. Big birthday, bash. If I ever panic, come dick, splash. Give thanks for it, I gosh. Watch it, they make me cut dip in the slash. Drink and smoke, so frost. Turn up the soundbox. Girl, them a bubble to the max. Everything well, cool and relax. So we send out the location. They are pass back. We are pop champagne.
This is good right here, right?
Happy birthday, I'm free.
Yeah.
One more year, gone.
Is this a good spot to go?
Go on a vibe. Give thanks for life. Next year, we do all the time.
Alright, so we're here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Fucked up. And now we're exploring.
All right, Matthew. He's gonna go get. What do you feel like getting? Matthew, look pretty good, man.
I want a vodka cran.
We need to go after black bikini. Black bikini.
Florida! And we're getting fucked up!
Yes, bitch.
It's 9 p.m. on a fucking Friday. Get the fuck up. We're going to high. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
the basics of the gospel are this, that God created us to be in a union with him. He said he created us in his own image. Yep. So we know God's not just a force of nature. He's not just a law of physics or something. He's a being. He created us to be connected. He gave us free will, and free will is important because you can't have love without free will. Does that make sense?
Yes.
If we were robots, there'd be no love. It'd be just obeying.
Understandable.
So, but with our free will, the Bible says humans went off the rails. We turned our back and said, see you, God, I'm going to do my own thing. That's called sin.
A lot of crazy shit, bro. I don't know, girls, drunk girls.
Any crazy homeless?
Working on the car, tits, naked, crazy shit, but just that, bro.
How are the spring break? Is it usually calm during the rest of the year after spring break?
Yeah, no, but the spring break is harder, Spring break is wild.
And what's the craziest thing you've seen during spring break?
Just that, bro. Girls,
Just kids being stupid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, there's no mosque here, no Muslims?
Yeah. There's no Muslims at all, huh?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Well, okay.
A lot of Jewish people, we don't fuck with that.
What about Christians?
Never that. Muslim only. That fucking
Okay, oh, well, okay. All right. Well, all right. Anything else you want to say with the vlog?
That part. For the love of Allah, that part.
Okay, you guys look... Okay.
So the whole reason for the Messiah goes way back into the Old Testament, that someone has to pay for the sin. God's a righteous judge. He loves us, but as a righteous judge, he has to carry out the law. If you took away the police and the law here, you'd have anarchy in a couple nights.
That's true.
Right?
That's true, yeah. I always think about that.
So we need the law, we need justice. God is that, or the universe would be sunk.
But my question to you is, like, we have the law and the justice, and I've disobeyed all of it.
Yeah.
And had very many traumatic experiences in my life, and I'm still here to talk about it.
Yes, because God loves you.
I hope that's true, and I mean, it's got to be true, because I should have been...
Kiss him real quick, Matthew. Sanjay, kiss him back.
Spike, doors open, I'll be Spike. Okay.
Okay, that's us. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Let me get clap.
BP, that's part of me.
Sanjay, clap.
You're missing glass.
You clap. Did you see what he did to me? Sanjay, wake up.
Wake the fuck up.
Clap his ears. Sanjay, Matthew, come on, let's go. I'll be back.
It's 9 p.m. on a fucking Friday.
Okay. All right, point at me. All right, Matthew, hop in. The fuck? My battery's dead.
Damn. Shit.
All right, shit. Wow, that's cool. This is a pretty...
Wednesday will be Bender as well.
Oh, that's quite fun. I fucked with it.
It's nice.
Loki, there's like a lot of lighthouses here. You just know, right? Like, yeah. I feel like we saw a lot in the last few minutes.
Yeah, I wish I had more energy. I would have stayed out longer. I actually just don't have energy.
We keep getting the Columbia shot.
This should piss off every Californian out there, right? Look how much it is in Florida. Look at that. Marathon gas, we're looking at about $3.83 for regular and then $5.49 for diesel. My God.
At a gas station in Fort Lauderdale on March 22nd, regular gas was listed at $3.83 a gallon. In another moment, that number may have felt high, but in the early weeks of the Iran war, it also showed how uneven the shock was becoming across the country. Since the start of the conflict, gasoline prices had been climbing nationwide. By early May, the national average had reached about $4.54 a gallon, a sharp rise tied to the disruption of oil shipments through the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important energy checkpoints. But the pain was much worse in California. In Los Angeles County, drivers were paying close to $6 a gallon, far above what we saw at this Fort Lauderdale station. Part of that was the global oil shock, but California's prices were also being pushed higher by the state's own fuel market, a special gasoline blend, higher taxes and fees, strict environmental rules, and a shrinking refinery system. That refinery issue has become especially important. Phillips 66 had already moved to close its Los Angeles area refinery, and Valero submitted notice that it planned to end refining operation at its Benicia refinery by the end of April 2026. The U.S. Energy Information Administration warned that refinery closures presented a risk for higher gasoline prices on the West Coast. California officials and analysts have also warned that the state still depends heavily on gasoline, even as it pushes towards phasing out fossil fuels. Valero's Benicia refinery alone produced about 10% of California's gasoline, meaning its closure could make the state even more vulnerable when supply gets tight. And this is where the gas pump became political. In the 2026 California governor's race, fuel prices quickly turned into one of the clearest affordability issues. Candidates argued over whether the state should suspend or cut the gas tax, reduce refinery regulations, expand in-state oil production, or instead blame oil companies and strengthen price gouging rules. Cal Matters reported that Republican Steve Hilton called for bringing California gas down to $3 a gallon by cutting the gas tax and eliminating some emission policies, while Chad Bianco called for doing away with the gas tax altogether. Even some Democrats running for governor moved toward the same debate. The Los Angeles Times reported that two Democratic candidates pushed ideas like suspending California's fuel tax or reducing finer regulations as statewide gas prices hit $5.52 a gallon in March. So while drivers in Fort Lauderdale were seeing $3.83 a gallon, drivers in Los Angeles were paying almost $2 more. The Iran war pushed fuel prices higher nationwide, but in California, the spike landed on top of a deeper fight over energy policy, refinery closures, regulation, and the cost of living. By the time the governor's race picked up, gas prices were no longer just an economic issue. They had become a test of whether California's leaders could still make the state affordable for the people who live there.
Whoa, or wait for me there. You're gonna be wait for me forever.
They're just building this too.
It's never gonna happen. I'm going back to my life there.
Oh, really? So it's great.
2, 3. Everything we do, we own. Fuck a cap, just hop off a jet. Woo! On a jet, but hop on a jet. I put that glow on the wrist. I got that glow on my bitch. I keep the drum on the tech. Pop out the color, then baby. Won't you tell me that you tried? Hop in a McLaren. Cheese, flesh, and spied. Hop in a McLaren. Baby, tell me why you staring. Yeah. I ride on jet. Way more smoother than plane. Yeah. Way more quicker than a vet. Teach you how to flex like a train. Yeah. That bitch out of my cat. Took out of school for the brain. Yeah. She came around with the set. Now really ain't no saying. Gotta keep around on deck. Set, check, off, X, tech, mix, stressless. I live catless, status, atlas. I put up global. I get booked, don't write books, that's Barnes and Noble. Top 2 total. On the next top 2 logos. Bless, yes, she text Max right on my top 10. See you frequent in a place I done been. You come decent, then you leave looking bent. Got weight, we can dip. Fuck a cap, let's hop on a jet. I put that glow on the wrist. I got that glow on my bitch. I keep the drum on the tech. How about the color then, baby? Won't you tell?
All right, Matthew. Sanjay.
All right. Well,
Sanjay, what do you have to say about this trip? pretty much done. We're pretty fucking beat. We've been homeless for the past few hours. But also somehow.
Sanjay, does this happen to be yours? Bro, yeah.
All right, Sanjay. This is him right here.
All right, boys.
All right,
See you
see you,
then.
son.
Fun trip.
Fun trip. All right, see you, Sanjay.
All right, thanks for the shit. All right, brother. I'll see you in a few days, bro. Yes, sir.
All right, Sanj.
You can't really joke around with that.
If I stayed here like
I'm gonna have to tell him. Damn, fuck me. I'll probably find something to do. Now I only have a few months. Democrats didn't want to fund ICE or something like that. It's retarded. They're just shutting down the government.
Not Jay-Z was always there. You have more than enough to talk to.
Yeah, man.
We must do.
All right, Matthew.
All right, guys.
All right, Florida trip done.
Miami is in the books.
Miami in the books, all right?
All right, guys. Well, this is Journalism Era. Closing out.
Signing out. All right, salute. Now go home and get your shine box.
Cookie at the door. I'm in all Gucci, it ain't my fault. She gon' eat the Gucci for promotion. Got that thing loosely, now she broke. I just keep the cookie at the door. I'm in all Gucci, it ain't my fault. She said she leaving her boyfriend. She wanna meet me at a Ritz-Carlton. She looking pretty, she looking gorgeous. We making love, but we heartless. Like we always do, like we always do.